we're going to head back to Goblin Village. Didn't exactly craft everything I could craft, but what's the point with so many scrolls that I can buy anyway? Just making a quick situation check. Ten lightning storm scrolls. 9 earthquakes. 6 meteor strikes. 7 hail attacks. 11 death punches. Yeah, 680 to 831 crushing damage without really good damage bonuses. So crap. I'm still thinking this might be the best thing to try to aim for with the extra scrolls. Witchcraft. Destroy summon scrolls would be very useful, soul sap would be very useful. I'm never going to get them through spells. If I could, they would be, well, whatever, not really our current problem. Goblin Village. Okay, some kind of hatch or a cave near the village. Where would it be? Well, somewhere in this surrounding area. Not much we can do except try to figure it out.
The deer casts a fearful glance at you, with great...
That's poisonous mushrooms. Archibald and his son. And poison slugs. Sure I want to fight with them. I'm sure I can take them on. I just don't think they have anything interesting.
Seems these trolls have been busy of late.
Look! One of the alien aspect approaches. Go on, my boy. State the ancient... Well nigh You come very... Troll! Capital, my... Now then, dearest, I am Breachkeeper Archibald. Ask them, and those clubbed unfortunates over yonder. They say only one of your kind has ever met him, and I was told he had a lair upon Lucula's desert plain, but have never seen... Bang! With a bang indeed, Amadeus, because our king did... Now then, my...
The toll is 1,000,000 gold coins.
Indeed it is not, Amadeus, as you very well know. Greed is a vice, my son. It is a vulture most vile that preys on 1,350...
I can pay that much. I don't particularly want to fight every troll here. They're fairly annoying and don't give me much.
Thank you very much indeed. You have been most courteous.
We shall...
Amadeus! Such a bore I want to club some more? Have you been talking to that ne'er-do-well of a Belagard again?
I guess they're permanently leaving here now. It's a path to... a path to Hunter's Edge, I guess. Can I do something with poisonous mushrooms?
Look at all the red ooze coming from those deadies. Is that strawberry jam?
It's not strawberry jam, I don't think.
Look at all the red ooze coming from those deadies. Is that strawberry jam?
You have paid your stipend, my friend, and free passage it has bought you. Cross the bridge. The bridge is yours.
Have a nice day.
Right, this is not what we're here trying to do. Where could the shaman be? There's a camp here. Ah yeah, the animals. Lead them to slaughter or set them free.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
Suppose we'll set them free again.
Thought he would have been in stitches and he heard that.
Ahoy, I'm Bruce. Why, yes.
Sup, mate? I'm Timford, mate.
A shiny day. You're interested. Oh, Maurice.
Yes, that'll.
You're in. Oh,
Yes, that'll do.
I'm told. Maurice is. Isn't he adorable? How lovely. You're interested. Oh, Maurice.
Yes, that'll do.
I don't understand why we're staying put. Silver
Field guide version
away now,
20.
can it? Such warm fresh apple pie. Maurice, dearest, you do have a tendency to state the obvious.
I don't recall what's happening here. Maybe I need to bait them to leave the animals alone or
Howdy.
something.
Lovely day for a romp through the forest, ain't it?
Sure, why not?
Ha! Like so, I'm Roy. Aye, my latest set of merchandise. Full of lunatic. Must you? Donnie. Bah, some thug from Sightseal he was. Figured right I did, until we met them goblins. Now you can have not but your typical mining settle. No kidding. Ferocious as a hungry mountain lion. Oh, you'll provide protection. Like hell you will. You with your fancy weapons and armor, you rattle like a gypsy's wagon. Every damn goblin between here and the friggin' moon.
But I'm as soft and tender as a newborn calf, thank you very much. Which is something I do not intend to share with a famished goblin or any other carnivorous creature. How lovely to see. Dear me. Slaughter? Blood? Bit late for that, innit? Trust you to raise a moot point, Maurice. Oh, kind human, have mercy on us poor animals.
You have my welcome. Now give it back and scarp her. What? You're a soft of... Seriously? Shut it! You think I risk life and limb for a bit of beef and mutton? Either you pay me in gold,
Yay.
or you... There's certainly something to be said for that.
The hero of the hour, nay, the my champion.
Moo?
Well said, perhaps we could seek those legendary...
Let's go with legendary pastures. A bit romantic, but that's hardly.
Yes, I had hoped
bold,
you would say
okay.
that.
Be bold.
Not interested.
Sure.
Laters.
I don't see how their fate would have been all that different in size seal, so if you want something different, you gotta try something new. I'm a bit unsure what exactly is the type of thing I should be out looking out for. I mean, is it... What type of a cavern or hatch is it? Should it be obvious somehow? You threw it around, right? Pick it up. Well, we know it's here somewhere, so we know how that we need to keep a lookout for anything out of the ordinary. But I don't see how that's any different from what we normally do. I suppose this is the time we know that there's something there, we just don't know where exactly.
Stand back, puny human, or I shall sear you with the eternal flames of the mighty Drog. Fear the winged blasphemy. Do even an eternal creature of legend and myth needs a vacation from the Begone?
Okay, I wonder if what happens if you try to kill him. Mr. Dragon Bunny. No, I need a target one. You literally fucking can't target the goddamn thing.
The time of your death is at hand.
I know I didn't really have anything to gain by killing the bunny. I want to see if it's actually something interesting or is it just a boastful bunny. Well, there's the lair of the mysterious wizard. That's fairly close to the goblin village. What boots do I have? A minute to just slip. Alright. We know the entrance is literally here. How do you reveal it? I need to talk to the man down below if I want to go here. Slow fail. Yeah, it's gonna succeed sooner or later, no? Might be able to determine the location of the hidden cave by simply looking at the environment. Where could it possibly be? The sound has to come from below. So.
At last did him! Oh, bless you for coming to Frederick's aid. He's been attacked, turned upon by his imp slave. Cast who Frederick is, but since you asked, since you cannot... Frederick, don't look so surprised. Imp's a valuable artifact. Precious like the silence in a house newly emptied of a visiting. Frederick had hoped to retrieve the shard and be welcomed into the immaculate. It is told the shard belonged to the Frederick may be over-eager, like a grandfather slavering over his supper several hours before the fall of... Can you hear me? Hello? Frederick's in pain.
Silver. That's the goblin camp again. So I'm having a hard time figuring out where he's supposed to be. I don't see any single obvious place where an entrance to a cave would be. And I think it's demanding too much of me to be able to spot something like that. That's a broken bridge. It's the village. Suppose maybe there.
Can you hear me? Hello? Frederick's in pain.
Yeah, we have to deal with Frederick's in pain situation. It's not like the shaman is going to disappear anywhere, so... I want to take a closer look at this area. It's way down there. So it looks nice on the map, but realistically, how the fuck would you even get there? I think we're gonna go with this. Wizard's Lair.
Frederick last saw the imp at the top of this cliff, but there isn't a soul in sight.
Can you hear me? Hello? Frederick's in pain!
Seems to go in two directions. Ornate chest.
This place reeks of stagnant magic. How long has it gone unoccupied?
Okay, we're getting more cash. We're gonna have to upgrade the weapon at some point too. Well, maybe not. It has constitution naturally. That's all we really cared about. 19 maximum action points.
Sweet relief!
The Great Meridino's recipes are stunning and so very simple. You never know when one might come in handy, so it's best to learn them all.
I haven't read them at all. I've read them in a literal sense, that the character has read them. I haven't bothered personally actually reading them.
It seems they've long abandoned it by now.
Golden this, golden that. Still, gold is pretty much pocket change in this game. Good at the early game, worthless later on. Blank scrolls. We probably don't have too much of an urgent need for those, but I'll take them. Also, fiddle with everything you can, just to see if it affects something. A bucket. Crafting components, maybe. We've been here. Right.
Meridino the Marvelous won't appreciate your disturbing his things.
I think this had a fight against a group of powerful ghosts at the end of this. I'm not sure what their weakness is, doesn't really matter. We're well stocked for something like this. That's the important part. Meridino's prize is there. We get Meridino's prize, Meridino's ghost groupies will come and haunt us. Dead end versus dead end. Malachite, diamond, crystal. Ah yes, we need the recipe. Bravery recipe for the hymn. Not sure what the consequence of that is. I don't particularly care. I want to see what the consequence is. What the fuck is that? Replesin abominabla.
Too big for a bouquet, too noxious for a windowsill. Sorry, flower, I've no use for you at all.
Right. Was this the one where we need to stand in multiple places to take it down, but we don't really didn't understand why? I think instant death through fire is pretty much the best we can do with this. We might set it burning before we do the heavier attacks, but that's sort of pointless. So rat is going to die though if we do that. And isn't that a shame?
Accelerated action!
I think I'll save 2 points for a potion here. So uh, 12, 14. We could do what needs to be done. Thanks for blocking me, Mr. Mouse. 12 points is still enough to do what we need to do. I'm gonna give the rat a chance. So if you want to move somewhere else, feel free to do it. Leather boots,
well,
rapier,
what's this
metal
I've
helmet.
spotted?
Pumpkins. I don't recall what needed to be added. Pumpkin and something else to put the potion. Apple, maybe? An apple or a tomato? Probably apple. Key Meridino's recipes. I think I still need to read about the recipe, because otherwise I wouldn't know what the plastic thing does. Do you know Mr. Rat? God damn it.
I bet Meridino had some fantastic recipes for all these fresh and lovely ingredients.
Yep, it's second rat that's trying to nudge us in that particular direction. It's also nice to see how big of a difference the extra action point we got did. We can do basically with the fight start full bonuses on damage and still have enough action points to go invisible. Just a single extra point and your options open up. Usually we have to delay that. Delay doing the damage bonuses. So we can attack much sooner now.
Meridino loves to read, but you've got to be quite sharp to find his secret literature.
Horn stash. Yeah, these are all alive. Reno's cold bones. Where exactly is this book? Ardino and the match. Low resistance, yeah.
I wonder what that did.
They're high level people. Ardino's heavy rain. We're gonna wear sheep recipe. Finest wool to increase your resistance to all things. Latest research. One apple, one pumpkin, elixir of courage. I don't see why we shouldn't have an extra. I'm sure we need the potion to have the correct dialogue option with him. I want to have it before I have this fight. But there might be others coming later on, so it'd be nice if we could basically have the potion in our inventory to see if those options are maybe available. Possibly not. I'll have to encourage him to go to the guy, I suppose. Otherwise, nothing interesting is gonna happen anyway.
No way out! No way out!
Feeling hot under the collar.
Too much carry just means extra money for spells.
No way out! No way out! Master will kill yachts! "17 essences. I need to buy shadow ones. Although, yeah, this basically means I can still upgrade 4 shields, and I doubt I'll get 4 good shields still. No way out!
Still.
No way out! Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. No,
27
no,
rotten
no,
eggs.
No, bad yolks. Bad! No. No, no, no. He must be. He must. Oh, if only Yox had courage. Yox scrambled into this.
I can't offer the potion.
Yes! Yes! Yox will stay forever and forever, and Master will never find Yox, and maybe one day Yox will be brave, and then Yox will run free from his cave and free from Master for always!
Yeah, take the courage elixir.
Oh, my friend, you'd give your only elixir of courage to a cowardly little Yox. Yox will never forget this generosity. Something's happening. I feel like climbing a tree. No, a mountain. I think my blood's turned to whiskey. I think I could slay a dragon. I think I could face Master.
Right, so it was a mistake to tell him to meet the Master on his own. We need to be independent, so we have the willpower bonus, so obedience is no good for us. Right, I think that went as well as can be expected. Right, Bloodstone, right, that's nice. I suppose it's the chapel then. What else could it be? There's almost nothing left anymore.
There you have it. Source Hunter 1, Secretive Absent Wizard 0. Treasure! This must be the bloodstone Frederick is so desperate for.
Secret files. Cave of Gungir the Troll King. Right. Sort of forgot why we came here in the first place.
Hold your tongue and listen closely. Maradino the Omniscient will lay all bare.
I need to dry off.
Maradino, warn not. Soon we will fly from this place forever.
Yeah, mage is not a good opponent against me. And they have earth and fire weakness, so water irrelevant. A lot of weaknesses. 5,400. We could go with double attacks, basically, since we can cast the hailstorm on our own anyway. Use a powerful attack scroll, then finish off with the hailstorm. Yeah, they don't. Actually, the hailstorm might almost with everyone except Maradino himself. I have too few action points. I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way then. I'm just gonna have to be Mr. Decoy here. Definitely block their access further inside. It doesn't matter if you're stunned or not, you just need to be a decoy. And I need to get a little bit of distance. I don't want to get damage and reveal. Hopefully at least another guy comes into the strike range. Maradino is our main target, but if we could get others, that would be great. There's 3 of them now there. Looks like the skeletons will be left outside. Alternatively, I suppose we can... No. They will not come closer because they're archers. He might... doesn't have more mobility. A zombie? Okay. Is there are undead creatures here? It's mostly the fire, which in that sense makes sense. Okay, he's killing his own guys. That's a bold strategy, I'd say. But water works fine. There's no downside to using water here, really. It has to be a scroll on the first, and I don't have action points for a natural cast spell. Since they went with the water, I might as well go with the ice too. Sorry, Mr. Rat, it's gonna be horrible for you, but it happens. Meredith, the even star, is still alive. That's about it. Resistance to fire and earth. I guess fire it is then. If he burns, he'll start taking an immense amount of damage. I think he's dead. Not quite. Amount of hit points 182. That's not all that little. I think I'll use a scroll, a shitty damage scroll. Yeah, we should cover it.
The time of your death is at hand.
So, Mr. Archer, think you're gonna win this? Didn't think so.
A victory crafted for rot and decay.
Yeah, typical undead resistances.
May the thirsty winds pulverize you.
Weakish on the physical front. Right, nice little fight.
Sweet relief. Into the fray once more.
Leather Brigandine, worthless. Superior mail armor, not worthless, but it's in the weird area where it could be okay, but it could be worthless. Heavy metal helmet could be useful. Air one, probably crap, and that's it. No complaints. It's weird. The further we get in the game, the shorter the fights last. No, it doesn't really matter who's the opponent. They just don't have what it takes to stand against us anymore. That might change. I'm guessing bosses will have at least invulnerabilities and other complications, wards, things like that. But these straightforward fights, they just don't have what it takes. And I have almost 2000 hit points with great resistances, so that's another factor. I need turn action points to go further. I don't see any other good solution to increasing our power more. Start action point should be 12 too. Perception would help, but speed would be preferred. Not sure what the best way to achieve all that is.
Can you hear me? Hello? Frederick's in pain.
We can heal him. Might be the only other situation where using a bloodstone makes sense.
Dare to address me, beast? Kneel before me.
Leg seems bad, Master. Yox wishes you good luck, but now that he's on the lam, he won't be checking in. So long.
Can you hear me? Hello? That blasted imp!
I will probably heal him.
Frederick must be on his way as soon as possible. He is the goddess's chosen acolyte, and his mission is obvious. The Bloodstone? Give it here, come! Frederick wants to march back to the Immaculate... Ah, Bloodstone. Goddess's chosen mineral and the cause of and solution to Frederick's current trial. Frederick thanks...
As powerful as it is sinister.
Frederick feels he doesn't relax. But you...
I need hastening!
Oh, precious starstone. Only a heart of blackest black sucked by the gift of the goddess. Yeah, for demise.
So we got the fight too in the end, and the imp got away. He has good resistances all over, but I get 2 against 1. It's not gonna matter in the slightest. He's so fun.
May the 13 winds pulverize you! Can you hear the crackle of my power?
I can hear something. Probably going to heal himself soon. This won't work. The slow comes every turn. I think it doesn't even... well, I'm not actually sure how it works. What I don't want you to do is heal your way out of this situation, so... please die. I'm too far away. Every attack costs one action point more than it should.
Face the unending darkness.
Brigandine of fire resistance. Bow. Decent health, I guess. 12 potions. Static cloud arrow, and that's it. Right. We'll have to go to the rift. See what the hell is going on there. I think we were close to Goblin Village. No? Silver Glen. Could be the chapel. I can't think of anything else that could be here. Everything else is sort of found out already.
Do you have a moment, my friends, to indulge an old imp? It is my solemn conclusion that you have been treated rough. For tell me true, the demon abused. Oh, chipper up, eh?
At least Zigzag seems to think we Guardians aren't utter failures.
Bless his heart, for he is right. Doubt is not a
I couldn't agree.
Independent, excellent. The chapel.
A chapel, and a truly beautiful one at that.
I have the feeling it has long since been abandoned.
Oh, Guardians, do not list first his desire. You have rise.
Our enemies fear us.
And well they should. We'll hit the void in the jaw yet, and put a halt to its ceaseless devouring of creation.
A chest of some sort. Meteor grenade. That's something useful. Ah, yes.
This too must enjoy. By the sins of has time. 3 of us faced. You stay. Rally you.
Among the gloom here, does it not?
No one is without fear, but at least we were victorious.
True enough.
Spoken like a general should. Oh, how.
Well, we're mainly choosing these for the what traits we want. I don't care about. I don't want to think these choices beyond that.
Yes, we were betrayed, and have
even the best.
Yes, indeed. Treachery and deception. And where are they now? Your moment is now.
We got a couple of good traits that are favorable to us.
Of the void's wretched victims.
Come what may, we'll avenge them all.
What is this?
Why? You're home. How long it's been? Centuries? Eons? Since you've come to me in search of potions of great and incomparable strength, dear protector, as ever. During the Great War, you found full resistance to the elements quite useful. Perhaps
huge poison resistance. Huge. We don't really need this though. The duration is also 6 turns, which is nice. But our resist all 25% extra to all resistance would basically cancel any kind of resistance downgrade. At best they could do something like 5% damage to us. Our biggest worry would really be getting soul stabbed, and that's willpower. So I think we want to create the basically try to get the natural saving throw skills to 5 maybe. We would get 95% resistance to status effects. It's by no means a complete protection, but I think that's where most of the value could be gained through skill point, ability point use. It depends one way or another though. And that would be willpower.
Straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the the void, all the way up.
Yeah, the only reason we haven't spent it already is because we are holding out for potentially better armor. We're gonna have to upgrade the armor at some point. Right.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Still, what to do with the goblin village situation? Do I actually have to get access to the goblin village before I can do anything with the totem?
Die, vermin!
That's a bit harsh. But where exactly would the cavern entrance be here? I suppose somewhere in the back. Gotta do something. Right. The question is, do I want to try to get through the dialogue, or do I want to go in sneaky like?
Assassin's armor!
Problem with this is that I am terrible at spotting anything.
Warm as dragon's breath!
I have no idea where does the game want me to even go? I'll summon a creature here. See if it spots something. There we go. Mystery solved. Let's talk to the guy. Crumb Kiss. It's not strong at all. Probably summon a huge amount of crap on us though.
What? What are you doing here? It is I, the spirit totem. Bow before me, worm, or, dance instead. Yes, dance, my puppet. So, you stumbled upon my particular method of ministering to my tribe. You see, not so long ago, one of our tribesmen stumbled across a mysterious red stone. We found it shiny, but soon it began to speak. A demon's voice it was, dark as night, and each of where once they turned to their shaman for guidance. Now they only, but I would not be so easily overlooked. I found this cave and built myself. The demon keeps his nose out of it, as long as there's enough bloodshed to go around. Though he did see fit to make an appearance when it came to questioning you. What's so special about a thick-necked pig's skin? But there's no reason we can't keep this between us, friendskin. After all, better one of the tribe looking after it than a strange Come now, Source Hunter. There's no need to interfere in goblin...
Yeah, we're gonna expose you, otherwise what's the point of coming here?
I won't let you spread your filthy lies to my goblin brethren, but if you won't...
It's gonna summon... yeah. The problem is I'm vindictive. That's not something what we want to be. But it is, it's another bloodstone. You don't need to get all the bloodstones in the game to get things done. But, and there's the but. I would like to get all the bloodstones if at all possible. There has to be something special if we get them all. Although, well, no, there actually doesn't have to be a goddamn thing.
Whoever controls that funny pipe controls the whole goblin village. Or at least that's what the shaman's always muttering about.
Yeah. The question is, can I use it if I don't expose the goblin? I need to face the demon somehow, I think. Get the bloodstone out of it. I might be able to command them to attack the totem in the village. I think I should basically head up, talk to the guys, buy anything worth buying from them. There's quite a few shopkeepers there, again in a one concentrated area. At the same time, I'm not looking to add additional shopkeepers to our current group. There's just so many of them already. They would have to have good equipment, not spell scrolls. Paper. Blank scroll. Thunder, lightning storm scrolls too. Hail attack.
My goblins, gather round your totem.
I should have quite a few items for sale. Free armor specialist level. It's not worth the armor rating drop. Alright, this was a potentially useful gear area. At least we got divine items out of it. Wrong type of resistances. Terrible armor rating. Wrong type of weapon. Terrible armor rating. Terrible armor rating, can never use this. Okay armor rating. That's all this weapon is good for though. Perception, sneaking, yeah, no good. This is one of the better shopkeepers for our scroll creation purposes though. If we take down the goblin totem, the demon will come and fight. And if they collect...
Now rise from the dead once more and drink great spirit rum.
Just because you made it past the gods doesn't make you one.
They all collect next to it, so some kind of master spell would be easily taken all down.
Revere me with a jolly jig. Enough. Go and rest.
Sacred totems stay my hand, for I long to slay the filthy human scum. You speak to the spirits before I get to...
To me, my goblins.
Toasty!
Around your totem. Dance for me, goblins. Revere me with a jolly jig. Enough. Go
The
and
guards may have taken a chance on you, but until the totem welcomes you,
Want to trade, I want things to end.
me, my goblins. Gather round
I
your
think that's
totem.
all of it.
The spirits. Die for me, my goblins. Die! What have we here? One of two. Among these faithful minions of mine, you may stay unharmed. I wonder, don't you know? Reflect on that which was, is, and shall be. Then let us begin. Gallows say you meet us starving. For finally. And for you to answer me truthfully. And for to have the reverence.
That's a lot of trade points.
Enough. Go and rest.
Nothing changed, but we definitely got points in the other directions.
I have been indulged. Little taint of the tapestry that you are, and have no further need of you. Not here. Not now. Die for me, my goblins.
These the They were talk of the physical manifestation of tribe. He has to exist somewhere in the world, okay? Things like that. So some of these could be related to this. Can I use that thing? No. So it's probably useful through dialogue. Let's see if give forgiveness. What happens then?
Hello again, my gracious. You see, but swear one, but I wouldn't. The demon, but there. Come now. Ah, that. Welcome the stranger. Suet goblin grace.
I still can't leave it alone.
Hello again, my gracious Salas. You see, but swear one, but I would. The demon.
There's only one chance to do it.
Hello again, my gracious ally. Would you care to trade?
Meteor strikes. Yeah, master rule spells, lots of them. But
the goblins to donate their best equipment to the shaman.
Shackles Pain. Crawling Infestation. Vampiric Arrows. Lair. Some wolves, some earth elemental. I'll take these off your hands. Don't think there's anything interesting to sell, really. What I want to test now is what happens if I just attack the totem. Can I still basically get a decent fight out of this?
To me, my goblins, gather round your totem.
I'm seeing red!
Die for me, my goblins. Die! Now rise from the dead once more and drink great spirit rum.
nothing seems to happen. I don't think I like this path. It really offers us nothing except another shopkeeper that sells the same spells that can get it abundance from all various different places. So we're definitely picking a fight here. It's a little bit vindictive, I guess, but we gotta. I think we have a little bit of room on that. We're giving 4 vindictive 1, right? Can be a little bit of for yeah. The funny thing is we're vindictive towards everyone else and we're very forgiving about ourselves. So it all evens out, right? We're not hypocritical or anything. Right, huge amount of ore. Wonder what commands we can give to the goblins ourselves, although I'm not sure if that's even really an option. But, yeah.
Hello again, my gracious. You see, but where what? But I would the demon. But there's come now. I won't let you.
Crumb kiss. There's a lot of earth chemicals. Is that the best you can do, though? Well, he's level 16. I don't. It's air weak. I'm gonna do a lightning storm here. They seem to all be weak to air. So, they don't have a huge amount of hit points out there. Ah, bullshit, I'll do it for no point waiting. Just burning hell. Yeah, I have 12 of these. I'll turn invisible. Enjoy the storm.
This is the end for you!
Hail attack. Infectious flames. Earthquake skill book. Summon air elemental. Undead warrior. Potions. Arrow spray. Tornado, tremor grenades, plague grenades, boulder bash scrolls, tectonic spray skill book, 6,000 gold, ice shard, flurry, summon armored undead decapitator. So and a meteor grenade. Okay stuff, I suppose. Not sure what I can do with this. We're gonna murder the goblins in the village. What else to do? Gotta spend time doing something. Yeah, now I can actually use it. So, what are my options? You can probably use it once before the goblins realize something seems strange about your voice. What will you say? Dance, dance for your lives. You will shower the source hunter with gifts. No. You'll be a friend to the source hunter who will be permitted to roam freely within and without the village in peace. That's no. Dance, that weakens them. They probably get exhausted. Makes them easier to kill. So, a bit of a murder plot here for us. Kill all the things. See how this works. What immunities do I have? Immunity stun. He's on contact? What the horseshit is that?
Die! Now rise from the dead once more and drink Great Spirit rum.
No, they're not exhausted in any way. The actual demons
I'm
control.
warm as fresh apple pie.
I have been indulged, little tape.
I'm warm as.
Once more, the filth talks. Your wagging tongue. I, the village chief.
Yeah, this didn't change a goddamn thing.
It's heating up.
I have been indulged.
Lost so. I need to be here for now. Otherwise, they're gonna be spread all over the place, and I can't really get anything done. The weapon is in terrible shape. So, the more they come to surround me, the better. What was that? Mark for there. Chance to resist 0%. It just means that they want to attack me more than the other. So basically no difference as far as I can see. There's not much they can do. I can always turn invisible, and I have a huge amount of action points, and I have adrenaline. So no matter how badly this goes, I can still escape from the situation while leaving. Hopefully a lot of them just sitting doing nothing at the center here. Not that I realized this. I should have ordered them to shower me with gifts, but at the same time, I'm not sure what's the point in that. I could have gotten a few items that are somewhat mildly interesting to me, I guess. I'm doing the decapitator because I want the guy to be a little bit more sturdy. 3 points here. Right, I'm playing this safe. We could go with the rage, but I don't think that's not a good choice. This might fail.
Ghostly masquerade.
Air weakness, or rather they don't have air resistance. So the lightning storm is still probably the best thing we can do. It will also not really affect me in any way. I can also move in a position where No matter what the aftermath, I can still deal with it. A single spell like this won't end things. I think it'll reduce the number of goblins to something manageable. Then they have to do a follow-up on that. I should have done an area of effects strike first. Then use that to clean things up. I suppose they are still in a fairly good concentration at the center. They got stunned pretty badly. If they have too many hit points, the lightning storms not alone will not really suffice here. Still not really dying all that much. We'll probably kill 3 to 4 others fairly easily. Then there's maybe 2 after that. Mucus is shooting lightning bolts. Massive air resistance on him. Water or fire? We left. Right. Physical defenses are my only weaknesses. Goblin Trapper isn't gonna attack us, only 2 of them will. So I can easily at least kill 1 of them. And at that point this is just a cleanup job. Didn't want to walk on the ice.
Into the fray once more. Time to consult the Necronomicon.
What will we get from these extra bloodstones? I don't think we're gonna get a goddamn thing. Experience? Maybe some kind of potential non-existent reward when we get all of them. I have no basis on that we get something extra. I don't know if we're gonna get. I haven't checked. I would imagine though that it seems that it will be reasonable, because there's vastly more of the gems than there are need to get through. Okay, so there's 2 remain. Micus is not a sturdy goblin. One remains. You're never gonna make it to him. Same horrible resistance profile. They are not gonna survive this. Well, I don't think that was ever really a threat though.
Warm as dragon's breath.
He's a shitty little goblin who's supposed to act as a support character to much more powerful goblins. It's still going after the skeleton. That's a brave sword choice. Toxic superior leather brigadier of the sage. That's a thing apparently. I'm gonna do 3 fairly 9% chance to hit. That's wonderful. I'm gonna do a couple of fairly low level attacks, or 1 low and 1 medium. Or I can just beat the shit out of you. Extra damage to stunned or weakened characters makes sense at this point, or would make sense. We're using the physical combat quite a bit. Don't really rely on it in serious situations, but it certainly would help. I mean, and there aren't exactly all many interesting talents for us to pick. A lot of loot.
Back on my feet again. Potent heat.
Yeah, we got there basically all the items they were selling.
Sigurd's beard was a find.
They're pre-identified now. It's gonna be a massive problem trying to filter out what we get from this and what we didn't.
It's heating up. What's that gleam?
Yay! Master level scroll. Lightning storm. Use one, gain one.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Another master level fire spell. Not seeing anything particularly interesting here anymore. Okay, there was a thing there. Not sure what thing.
Back on my feet again.
It's heating up.
I suppose on the positive side, we learned something, or did something we didn't do in the first playthrough.
Warm as dragon's breath.
And I was more or less right. I suspected that there's a bloodstone involved in this somehow. Not exactly what was going on, and I certainly had no clue about the hidden shaman, but that would have been irrelevant as far as the bloodstone is concerned. Still, a lot of loot to sell, but I think we're gonna worry about that when we get the next level up. It's not that far away. We have still other things to do on this map section at all, in fact. Yeah, the crystal. Maybe something with the village. Like, decide what the fuck do we want to do with the village. I think I'm gonna end things short here. There's quite a lot of secrets here, but I don't have to go after them. I'll leave things here. We're gonna go and clean up the next time the rest of this, and then visit the secrets and decide what the hell are we gonna do with the sacred stone village. Because I don't know, should we kill all of them? There's probably a couple of good items you might get from that, but that's basically it. On the other hand, it might be enough to force a level up. And there aren't that many levels up left. Not that there's only one area of the game we haven't basically visited. And I think a big time sink there was to figure out how to get to the Grand Temple of the Immaculates and some of the puzzles, but now I know the answers, so I'm not gonna waste nearly as much time with them. Teleportation and some perception is the key there, which is another problem though. The perception. Guess I'll leave the blank scrolls blank at this moment. I don't have a huge amount of them, and they're increasingly becoming irrelevant anyway. I'm thinking we'll use the blank elemental scrolls as God intended, but we're gonna go witchcraft with the blank papers. We have pixie dust, and we have enough blank papers. We are looking for status effect things, mainly. Invisibility, invulnerabilities wouldn't hurt, but soul trap, destroy summon, lower silence, lower resistances, that sort of thing. I think. Yeah, I just don't. While we might not have a huge amount of summon master spells, 2 usually ends the fight, and so we can have like 4 to 5 major battles where any one of these could have a weakness, and it's enough to see things through. So currently enough to around 20 tough fights, and we only have 1 large map section left. This can be done with hailstorms. So considering that, it just goddamn doesn't make sense. Yeah, with the current spell setup, we probably can finish the game already. And I'm still going to want more, just in case, so I don't have to hold back on any fight anymore. But yeah, I think the closest way to reach this is not actually here. It's the Silver Glen and head north. It's a fairly long trip either way. But yeah, I think that's the closest one.